So you've been thinking about starting an Etsy shop, and maybe you're questioning whether or not it's right for you or if it's something you really want to do. Well, today's video is going to be the one for you guys. I'm going to be walking through some important things you might want to ask yourselves and some things you might want to focus on if you are starting an Etsy shop. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, hi, hello, my name is Lauren. In today's video, I'm sharing with you guys some helpful things that you might want to ask yourselves before starting an Etsy shop, or if you're considering opening an Etsy shop. So if you've been on the border about whether or not you should do it, this video is going to be the one for you. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. First thing that's important to ask yourself, do you have a product? Are you ready to sell something? Do you have something that you can make or create that you can sell? If you do not already have something in mind, you might want to do a little bit of research on something that you could create or that you could sell, or something that you are really good at. Think about all the skills that you already have and what you could provide to other people. If you're interested in digital products, I actually have an entire video all about a ton of different digital Etsy ideas that you could sell. I'll link that video up here for you guys to go and check out after this one, and I'll also link it down below. Having an actual product to sell on Etsy is going to be one of your biggest factors in whether or not you start a shop, because you can't start a shop if you don't have anything to sell, and if you don't have anything to sell, then it's honestly not going to be worth it to create a shop. So finding and deciding what it is that you want to sell is definitely going to be your number one most important thing. Number two, if you have a product in mind already, you need to start thinking about financials. Are you going to have to invest in different software or tools or supplies in order to create these items? If so, that is something you definitely need to take into consideration. Where is that money coming from? Is it coming from your personal pocket, a small business loan? Maybe you have a family member or a friend who is going to be investing in you. Either way, you're gonna have to figure out how you're going to afford these things. Especially considering most items on Etsy are handmade, there is definitely an upfront cost to starting a small business on Etsy. So taking the time to break down everything from your supplies to make your item, the time that you're going to have to spend, which we'll talk about in a minute, and even things like your shipping. What are you going to be shipping your items in? What is your packaging and branding going to look like for that? You have to take all of that into financial consideration before starting your Etsy shop. And coming up with a simple plan or budget for your business is also definitely a good way to go when getting started. My third question I would ask myself personally, or if you are new and thinking about starting on Etsy, is do you have the time to do this? Because if you don't have the time to commit, then you're not going to see success. I have so many people who comment on my videos and they say, I haven't made any sales, I haven't made any sales. And then I go and I look at their shop and realize that they opened it this year and they're not getting sales because they only have like 3 items. It's really a no-brainer there, where you've got to realize that you're not gonna upload 5 items and then immediately start being an overnight sensation and getting sales. You're gonna have to give it some time, and you're gonna have to be consistent with putting new listings up frequently. So if you don't have that time to commit to it, say because you are a mother, or you have a full-time job, or you have other outside commitments that you are already putting your time and effort into, you need to take that into consideration. Hand-making products can be very time-consuming, and that is what Etsy prides itself upon. Yes, there are other ways to kind of get around that by creating digital items or services or print on demand. If you want to know what print on demand is, I'll link that video up here for you guys. I just made an entire video on it explaining what it is and how you do it. You've just got to figure out what you're going to do, because it can be very time consuming making, creating, and running a business. And the larger you get, the more time it's going to take. So make sure you have that time to commit to your business. The next thing you need to start thinking, if you've already got your product, you've already got your financials in order, and you know that you're ready to commit your time to opening this shop, then you need to start thinking about, who am I going to sell to? Guess what? You're not going to be able to sell to everyone. And that is an awful business plan, because when you try and talk to everyone, you're going to end up talking to no one. So take the time to think about who your ideal customer would be. How old are they? What gender are they? What are they interested in? Where are they already shopping? What sort of styles and trends are they interested in seeing? These are all things that you need to start asking yourself before you jump into your shop. If you don't, you're likely going to be creating a bunch of random different products and not really sticking to one thing. And when you you are not known for one thing, it gets a lot harder to attract customers to your shop. That is why I got so overwhelmed with print on demand when I first started that I wanted to sell anything and everything that was print on demand. And I realized that I needed to pick one thing to focus on and be known for that thing. So that is exactly what I did. All right, so you've got your perfect customer in mind, you've got your product, you've got your finances in order, and you have the time to commit to this business. Now you need to start thinking about your branding. Yes, branding does not have to be this big, overwhelming, scary thing. There are a ton of resources out there on YouTube, on Google, go on Pinterest, and search for fun brand ideas. What do you want to be known for? What is your style? A lot of people's brand is very much what they enjoy and like. So for me, I create a bunch of t-shirts that are Southern sayings, they're boho, they're little trendy quotes, because that's what I like. If you don't like that, and say, for instance, you'd prefer to do Bible quotes, or you're a Christian and you prefer to make Christian merchandise, then think about that as your branding. Start thinking about the colors that you want to use, how you're going to create your logo, things such as your banner and your social media as well. Those are all things you want to start taking into consideration if you're going to be opening a shop. Now, do you have to have all of this at one time in order to be successful? No, it is something that you can build and change over time. That's what I have done as a business. I started with something basic and then I just kept building as time went on. I got better in certain areas, I improved on certain things. So it's a build and a process over time. So don't get overwhelmed thinking you have to have the perfect branding before you get started, because you don't. It's better to just get started. Put yourself out there. Stop being afraid to start your shop. You can do this. And the last question you may want to ask yourself, is Etsy the right platform for me? If you are someone who is not making a handmade item and say you are manufacturing them through manufacturer somewhere or another company, you might want to consider other outlets as well as Etsy. You can use multiple outlets. There is Amazon Handmade, there's the Amazon shop just in general. There are so many different places out there that you can sell your items, like Amazon. That is a big one, obviously, that everyone's kind of like, ooh, that's crazy. I would love to sell on Amazon. Well, you're gonna have to take some time to do that. You could also sell on a platform like Shopify or your own website. I made an entire video comparing Etsy and Shopify. If you want to go and check that out, again, I'll link it up here for you guys and down below. This video has a reference to a lot of other videos, but I think they'll be really helpful for you guys to go and check them out because they have a lot more information that I can't always jam pack into just one video. You know what I mean? They're topics that I've talked on before, so I want to give you guys those resources to check out after this one. But it's important to do some research on the different platforms in which you could sell besides Etsy. If you want to make your own website and sell straight from that, like, more power to you. That's awesome. Just make sure you have the resources and the knowledge on that before doing so as well. If you're gonna watch videos on how to sell on Etsy and if it's worth selling on Etsy, then you need to take into consideration that you should probably be doing that same research for any other platform you're considering. And now, just some general tips and advice, because I love Etsy. I love selling on Etsy. Etsy has helped me to go full-time and be able to work for myself. I'm a big Etsy proponent and I love them to death. And I'm always going to tell people that if you want to sell on there, you should do it. There are things that we discussed in this video that you definitely need to take into consideration before you get started selling. These are not things that should always stop you. I think so many of you guys who watch my videos here on my channel are always commenting in the comment section saying things like, I want to get started, I want to sell on Etsy, I have this idea, but I haven't opened my shop. Those of you who are on that line, who have your product and you're ready to go, but you just haven't done it yet, what is holding you back? Let me know in the comments below, because if it's nothing and you're just a little scared or nervous, oh girl, come and talk to me, because you need to get started. So many of you guys have been hitting up my Instagram DMs and asking for tips and advice and things like that. I love that because it's so much easier to respond to you personally and have a conversation. So if you have a specific question, hit me up. Go on my Instagram, okay? It's always linked down below. I'll put the tag right here. Come and ask me your questions. I want to know, what do you need to know to help you get started? Okay? I want to make content for you guys that you're interested in seeing that's going to help you. So if you have a suggestion, you have a question, let me know down below or on Instagram. I cannot wait to to hear from you guys. But if you're sitting right here listening to this video and you have all these things ready to go and you just haven't done it yet, do it. Don't question it anymore. Don't wait anymore. Get your booty up after you watch this video or whenever you can make it to your computer and open up your shop today. You don't know how to open up a shop? Well, guess what? I got a video for you. I did an entire tutorial on how to open your Etsy shop. I'm gonna put it right here and down below. But it's time. This is your sign to go and start your shop. And when you've done it, link it down below so I can go and support you. Alrighty guys, that is going to bring us to the end of today's video. Right here on the screen, I'm going to link for you another video resource that I think will be very, very helpful for you. It's going to be one of the ones I talked about in the video already. I'm also going to link my entire Etsy playlist. I have a ton of videos all about Etsy, how to get started, how to be successful. Go and check it out. You're gonna wanna binge watch them. And I'm gonna also put my subscribe button down here for you guys so you can stick around on my channel for more videos. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.